Cocktail Hour Cinema, talking drinks and cinema. We watch and eat some dinner, but we don't show you the dinner. It's Cocktail Hour Cinema. Cheers, everybody, and welcome to Cocktail Hour Cinema. My name is Brent.
I'm Nico.
And I'm Emily.
And today we're talking about Wandavision episodes 3 and 4. Emily, what is this brilliant cocktail you made for us today?
So tonight's cocktail is called the Blurry Vision. It's inspired by episode 2 of Wandavision. If you remember correctly, Vision has a piece of gum and he gets drunk. So this cocktail is inspired by bubble gum. And here's how you make it. So you're going to start off with 2 ounces of vodka, 1 ounce of Midori, which is like a melon liqueur. It's bright green. It's lovely. 1 ounce of Creme de Banana, 1 ounce of orange juice, a ½ ounce of Grenadine, and a ½ ounce of sour mix. You're going to shake that really vigorously. You want this one to be a little bit more diluted, so a little bit more water incorporated in it. You're going to pour it over what we have like a big old rock of ice, and then top it off with a little bit of club soda. It's a really sweet cocktail. It's a little bit out of my comfort zone, but you get that immediate bubblegum flavor, which is really fun.
It's delicious.
The club soda helps.
Yes.
Helps cut the sugar intake.
It's very sweet. If you like a good college drink, this will bring you back.
It is very sweet, but it's delightful. Thank you, Emily.
You're very welcome.
It's also hefty, so
Yeah, don't plan on having a whole bunch
we're not
of these.
going to be refilling this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if not. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about episodes 3 and 4 of WandaVision because we skipped last week. Took a week off.
Nico got a cold.
I got a cold.
So we wanted
No
to be
sickies,
safe.
no sickies in this
sickies.
house.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about episodes 3 and 4? We're going to be jumping around a bunch. So
Spoilers for both 3 and 4.
spoilers
Yeah,
for both
but-
3,
as
3 and
always,
4.
spoilers.
Yeah.
3, I personally thought was the weakest of the first 3.
Interesting.
I wasn't super into it. I thought it ended really, really strong. I think the acting, I think Olsen's acting took a big notch up at the end of that episode. I rewatched it right before we shot this because it had been a week. I liked it more the second time I saw it. But I thought,
do you think it's because episode 4, because you
Yep.
watched episode 4, you got more
Go
out
back
of
to
episode
episode
3?
3.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
way more out of it watching it the second time
Same.
after seeing episode 4.
Right.
And I loved episode 4.
Honestly, I mean, even episodes 1 and 2, you get a lot more out of those because of episode 4.
It's going to be a very rewatchable series. I think like going back and picking up on things that you missed. Like there's little bits that are going to be revealed along the way. And
Right.
I think it's going to be definitely a series that like as soon as it's over, I'm going to go back to episode 1 and just watch it through again.
100%.
Lots of Easter eggs, lots of little tidbits for everybody.
I love the intro song. I thought the intro song was super well
In
done.
episode 3,
Yeah.
it was Partridge Family. It was
Yeah.
like, come on, get happy.
Yeah.
Exactly, Partridge Family. I was like, I recognize it.
It was really, really, really well done.
Was that the animation one, like the Bewitched?
That was this
that
episode
2?
2. Yeah.
Which one was 3? I can't remember episode 3.
It's just them, like it's them on a dual bicycle. It's like
Yeah.
all those classic like 70s shots.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I love how Elizabeth Olsen like looks so at home in every era. It's not like, oh, she's wearing a 70s costume. Like,
Yeah.
no, she looks like she's just from the 70s. And like,
Yeah.
she
Right.
looked perfect in the 50s one and the 60s one.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
she's just, she fits in every era. She's classic.
It's right at home.
Yeah.
So this is probably a stupid question because when we talk about our secret, like they don't find out our secret. Is she only referring to the fact that they're like part of the Marvel universe, or do you think that's leading into something more?
Well, I mean, they're
Than just
clearly
the fact that they're
hiding
hiding their identities?
Their powers.
their powers.
Yeah.
The fact that they're
Okay.
Avengers. I think
The
that's
fact that he's
the
a
secret.
robot.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, even in episode 1, like he forgets to put on his face, right?
Yeah.
So
Speaking of which, the one part of the episode I really didn't like
what's that?
is when she had the baby and he was like his white face. And then she's like, do you want to meet the baby as yourself? And he changes. And then like immediately after she's like screaming and he's still himself.
Right.
And the doctor and what's her name? Geraldine.
Oh,
are like,
yeah,
right,
Geraldine.
are right in the kitchen.
Right.
And she's like, ah! And he's like, oh! And it's like, wouldn't they come running in immediately? They're right.
And see him,
They're
yeah.
10 feet away.
Right. That's true.
That one thing like really bothered me more than it should have bothered me. But it was also like, they're still in the 70s TV show
I was going
thing.
to say, it's still part of like a sitcom.
You just forgive
In
everything
sitcoms,
because
yeah.
of that,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
Real life
anything can
rules
be
do not
forgiven
apply
because
in
of that.
sitcoms.
Which is
Yeah.
also why those newborns are the biggest goddamn newborns I've ever seen in my entire life.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
classic,
No umbilical cord.
movie.
No blood.
Yeah, no blood, no umbilical cord, no nothing. Just like perfect, clean 3-month-old size baby.
Well, I mean, hold on. They
Yes.
developed her really quickly.
Yes.
Maybe
So,
Yeah.
farther along.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, they definitely did not circumcise that kid. That is a very progressive family.
What do you mean?
They never circumcised that baby.
Well, you can circumcise later on.
Oh,
That's just mean, though. Wanda wouldn't do that to her.
I had a friend who got circumcised when he was like 13.
I have the same friend.
Yeah, because you guys have known each other since you're like
we
8.
have a friend.
It's the same friend. Weird
Same
enough.
friend, yeah.
yeah.
But
Known each
you
other
called
since
it.
kindergarten.
Remember last week, 2 weeks ago, we were talking about the comic that it's loosely based on, and
Vision.
you said that that they had 2 kids in that. Were they
did.
twins in that?
They were
comic?
twins, but they were robots.
Okay.
They were like little Vision.
Well, we
kids.
don't know if they're robots
Yeah.
now. Robots with skin,
You're
maybe.
right. You're right.
But I was like, Nico called it. Nico said so.
Yeah.
So
those kids, they're a great plot device because you really like she's like rooting for herself to stay in this sitcom era. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If that bubble disappears, she's gonna be losing her kids or like her
And Vision.
her normal lifestyle with Vision.
Yeah.
Oh, that moment where she saw.
I mean, there's
dead
a lot of
Vision.
stakes for her.
Oh God, yeah.
I was like that moment.
that was a
like,
gut punch.
Ooh, okay,
Right.
yep. It's breaking.
See,
it's like it's
Yeah,
crumbling here.
yeah.
And there.
And there's a question that I've been hearing. Is she just playing with Vision's dead animated corpse?
Yeah, I can't remember what
Is she
podcast
having
they were talking
sex?
about. Yeah,
Is
yeah.
she having sex with Vision's dead body?
Or maybe not having sex, but like just manifested the baby on her own because
Right.
she's a witch. Like her
Yeah.
powers are almost unlimited.
Look, I know it's a little bit of a stretch, and I don't think Disney Plus would go that weird and dark and morbid. It's definitely
don't know.
more.
I just don't think that the body has to physically be there for her to be able to manifest all that shit. Like I don't think the.
Look, I don't believe in it. I just wanted to bring it up, okay? Because
We're just talking
It
hypothetical
was on
here.
another YouTube video I saw.
it was. But I mean, clearly, what was happening when she saw Dead Vision is that Ultron was brought up, and she just, shot what's her name?
Geraldine. Or Monica. I know, but Monica Rambeau is her real
Monica
name.
Rambeau is her
Yeah.
real name. Shot her through the world. So she already like broke the fourth wall of her own like fake reality, and so seeing Dead Vision was just kind of like, oh yeah, like he's dead. He's not real.
It's like
Yeah.
those little things are crumbling, like the Matrix is starting to crumble for her. A little
The
bit.
like emotional turn that Scarlet Witch takes as soon as Ultron is mentioned was so fucking cool. Where she's
Most
just like,
powerful part.
she's
so
just
far,
like,
for
Yeah.
sure.
excuse me, and I'm like, like shit's
Yeah.
going down. Oh shit.
God, she looks so scary.
Yeah.
You do not want to mess with a Mad Wanda.
No.
What did she say right before she blasted her through the wall?
She said,
Oh, she says, "I want you to leave."
yeah,
But it
she's
was
like,
she
you are
said it
not my
really-
neighbor and you are not my friend, and I
Yeah.
think you
And
should
I-
leave.
And I think you should leave. But it was like
Right.
so quiet. I think you should leave.
Right.
Oh, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
So everyone who enters that reality just kind of gets brainwashed a little bit, right? Is that what you guys think is happening?
So they're hired. They have their name. They're hired actors, right?
Yeah.
Or at least they're
Some of
those
them
like
are.
yeah, in episode 4.
How about-
They're
what
not.
about-
No. They're not hired actors.
Well, they're actors of some sort.
What do you mean?
I think they were just using that kind of terminology, like so and so playing so and
I
so.
got you. They're just
Yeah.
the people that are in the town.
They
that
were-
are
yeah, Kat-
fitting the-
you're talking
fitting
about-
the script.
Kat
Yeah,
Dennings
fitting
in
the
episode
script,
4 kind of identifies their
Geraldine gets
individuals.
sucked in
You're talking about their
there.
dossiers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Geraldine
Yeah.
gets sucked in, she just became this other.
She started playing
Person.
a role.
She's like,
Yeah,
because-
Geraldine, I don't know.
But then she was her actual self was like slowly breaking through at different times.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and you saw
She's
that
like,
with
"Who are you?" She was,
you saw that with
"I don't
Kitty's
know."
character when she was. I rewatched
At the
episode
table.
1 at the
Yeah.
table.
Dinner table,
She
yeah.
was saying, "Stop it," and then there's one moment where she looks over at Wanda and says, "Stop it" to her like that.
Yeah.
And you guys see that
Yeah.
or miss that?
I saw that during the episode. I was like,
She like
is going
gives her
on?
a side and says, "Stop it!" Like she's telling Wanda to stop all
Wanda's
this.
kind of the
like, her
director of
husband's
this.
dying.
Yeah.
She's like the director. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
And she's editing and she's
Talk about
censoring.
being a
everything, too.
rewatchable series, like that moment
Right.
you're
Yeah.
watching, you're like, now that you know it's Wanda doing it, you're
Right.
like the very end of episode 4, Wanda says to Vision, like, "Don't worry, I have everything under control."
Mm-hmm.
And then when Geraldine gets like launched out, or Monica, she's like, "It's all Wanda. It's all Wanda. It's
yeah.
all Wanda." So
Okay, so we were talking about the dossiers.
yeah,
So I have something that I wrote down here. Agnes. do you guys notice that Agnes was the only character that did not have an
Yes.
ID?
Yes, in addition to Wandavision,
Right.
obviously.
The
Yeah.
only dossier
I
that did
noticed
not
that
have a
rewatching it the second time.
right. So there is a very popular theory that's going around.
I like this one. I think
Right.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
that
yeah.
Agatha Harkness. So okay.
Yeah, dive into it because you
Okay.
can probably articulate it better than I can.
Do we want to do a shot bet right here about Catherine Hahn's character?
Yes, I say
And
yes.
the shot bet would be: is she going to turn into an antagonist by the? Is she an antagonist?
Ooh.
That's the bet? Yes
Oh,
or
I
no?
didn't know. I didn't know Agatha would be a.
We're all gonna say yes though. So, because that moment with the neighbor,
Or they could just be. Pulling
she's the
her
one who's
leg.
like, "Shut up!" And then she like turns around. She's like, some quip. And then she
Yeah,
walks away.
yeah. Because isn't it like Agatha in the comics is kind of like Agatha is a witch
Yeah.
and kind of like helps Wanda
She's the mentor.
control her powers, right?
Wanda's mentor. in
Yeah,
the comic.
because there's a shot in like for the first trailer that came out, which I think is like 2 episodes from now or so, where it's like the Halloween one, where you see Scarlet Witch. You're going to see her in like her classic red outfit,
Right.
and Agnes is seen dressed as a witch, like a classic black hat witch,
Yeah.
and so people were picking up on that, being like, "Is that like is that gonna connect into the Agatha character?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And there's actually another really big hint that they gave that's pretty deep cut. You have to I'm gonna ask Brent to search something on Google for me
Right now,
Yeah.
currently.
So there's something that Agnes says in this about her husband Ralph that we have not seen at all.
oh yeah.
She says the only way Ralph would remember our anniversary
As if there was a beer named after.
June 2nd.
Okay.
If there was a beer named June 2nd.
What
Now-
a funny joke.
Brent, I want you to go into Google
Okay.
and type in June 2nd, 1692.
Ooh.
What comes up?
On June 2nd, 1692, the trial of Bridget Bishop began, starting a reign of terror in Salem,
The
Massachusetts,
Salem witch
known
trials.
as the Salem Witch Trials.
And in the comics,
She's a
Agatha
witch.
Harkness is one of the original Salem witch trial witches.
I like that.
That's part of her origin
Hell yeah.
story.
Hell yeah.
So chances are she's going to be an antagonist.
Well, the thing is, yeah, in one of the trailers, you see Agnes, within a witch's costume, and she tells Vision that he's dead.
Oh, I didn't realize
It's just
that.
it's
but-
one of the first trailers that they put out.
I tried not to watch too much of the trailers for this kind of thing because I'm like, I know it's going to be weird. I want to go in as blind as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
I watched them all multiple times and
Yes.
dissect them.
Because that's your jam. You're,
Yeah,
you're like
I
that.
like.
You go
Well,
to
he's
spoil
doing
shit
that.
for himself.
He's from a
Dude.
small town, and as we know, small towns are so hard to escape.
Stop it. Stop it.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop! Ryan, stop! Ryan!
Okay, so I guess there is no
Stupid producer.
producer Ryan over
He's
there.
just always doing things. I'm going to have to
He's
tell him to
just-
stop.
Yeah, stop! No, stop!
But
We're worried about his well-being because he's just so
Because we do
stupid.
need him.
We need him.
We need him.
We need him around. I don't know why, because he's so stupid. But
He's the worst.
for whatever reason, we need him.
So okay, so we're not going to do a shot bet because I think we're all in agreement that Agnes could be an antagonist.
I'll go no.
Would you? You're
This
going to
is-
go no.
I'll go no. I'll go no that she won't be an antagonist. I
say
do
yes.
think she's going to be Agatha, but
Oh.
I'll say that she's not going to be an antagonist.
She's not the one under control pulling strings.
Yeah.
I have a specific theory. I think she's going to seem like an antagonist and then become a protagonist by the end of it.
Mm.
It's going to be a
Well-
false flag.
All right.
There's also, I mean, it could be a false flag. I mean, they're really smart about this, Marvel. They're like some of the best writers. And there's also another theory that there's another Marvel villain that's in the show, Mephisto.
Oh yeah, I know.
Who
I know
is
the name. I
Satan.
don't. Yeah.
He's literally the devil. And so it's funny, like WandaVision, they just put out a new poster. I'll like superimpose it on the screen right now. And someone
Cut to the image, please.
Someone
Thank you.
found a devil's face in the poster
like
on
a Jesus in my toast kind of thing.
Exactly.
Like, all right.
It's-
Okay. Sure. Okay.
It's in the wallpaper.
Oh.
And I don't think that the marketing
I'll have
team
to look
is
at
going
it.
to-
I don't think.
I mean, I feel like people dissect these posters a little too hard. They're reading way too much into it. And I don't think the marketing team is really laying hints that would reveal anything super huge about this series. I think if they are keeping secrets about the series, it's going to be really close to the vest, and it's not even
Yeah.
going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not going to put it in a poster. It's
Right.
Stupid.
I mean, like the scene with like Geraldine coming to terms with her identity. That was like the first Anagnorus of the story, and I think there's going to be a lot of Anagnoruses.
Anagnorus? I've never heard that word before.
It's like in a movie or a play when the principal character realizes that a different character is not who they said they were, or
I
like a
love
new
that.
plot point is.
We're learning
revealed.
things.
So like that was the first one of this series. I think this series is going to be full of those.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah.
Every other episode, there's going to be something like that happening.
Which is fun.
Yeah. Should be fun.
What else?
What is the symbol on her necklace?
Oh,
Sword.
so that's sword.
Sword.
So in the Marvel universe, we have Shield, which is like who Nick Fury runs essentially.
Okay.
Like the Avengers is part of Shield. Sword is the same thing as Shield, but like space essentially.
Okay.
It's the Sentient Weapon Observation and Response Division.
All right.
I recalled that from memory. I did not look it up at all.
Shot bet. Did Nico look that up?
And rewind.
Yeah.
Take a shot.
Just me scrolling type.
But yeah, I found it interesting. In episode 4, you realize that whatever the like force field around Westview, is it Westview? Yeah, it's Westview,
Yeah.
not Eastview.
Not Eastview.
Not Eastview,
That
Westview.
bigoted Sherrod over there
Yeah.
in Eastview is not a fan.
Not a
You
fan.
realize that like anything that enters into the force field kind of gets altered to fit the time period in which they're
Right.
doing it. So like the sword drone that you see,
Yeah.
you know, at the beginning of episode 4, that's the little helicopter. And the sword agent who is like crawling through the tunnels.
Yeah.
Becoming the beekeeper.
It changes into the
I
beekeeper. I'm like,
love
that was
that.
quite a choice for
Yeah.
that force field
But-
to make that.
I also
Change,
loved how
but-
when he came out of the sewer, Wanda just says no.
Yeah.
I love
Like,
that.
do we
She's
think
just-
And what happened? His name was Agent Franklin. What happened to that guy?
Wanda said no, so probably
he
not something
died.
great.
he did?
Oh, honey. No pun.
Ugh!
The one other thing I
God.
wanted to say
Oh, hold on.
before we move on to episode 2.
Okay. Well,
you mean
hold on.
episode
Hit
4?
that.
Hit that
We're gonna continue with things changing once they enter the bubble. I love that Asian Jim from The Office, who's aptly named Jimmy Woo in
Yeah.
the series.
Thank you for also. I forget. Park is his last name. I always want to say Ray Park, but that's Darth
Randall
Maul.
Park.
Randall Park? Is
Think
that
so.
Shot bet.
shot bet?
Okay, I'm saying Randall Park.
Randall.
Fuck, I don't.
You have to say something. What was your first guess? You said Ray
I
Park?
said Ray Park, but that's Darth Maul.
It is. Ray Parker?
What's your guess?
I said Ray, but I know it's wrong.
Take a shot.
Okay, it's
Randall,
Randall.
isn't it?
Is
It's
it
Randall.
Randall? But every time I
How
see
many
him,
L's are in his name?
just one.
2?
All right, take 2 shots.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yes.
I just
No.
wanted to make it more substantial for you to take the 1
Yeah,
to
yeah.
begin with.
Sick.
But I always forget his name, and so my brain immediately is like Asian Jim, even though I don't
Yeah.
watch The Office. These two watch The Office, like love The Office.
Love
I
The
like a
Office.
handful of episodes. It's just not my jam, but yeah, Asian Jim. I'm like, who's Asian Jim? Here he
Yeah.
is. All right, what am I gonna do? A shot.
Oh, I was going to ask you while you're priming that. What is the song that she's singing? When she's like, when she's singing a song to the baby right before the big.
Oh.
Something from Sokovia. I know that. I know
Yeah, it's like a Sokovian lullaby. Might get into that later. There is a theory that the characters that are doing like the commercials with like the Strucker watch and the Hydra, it's her parents, and she's manifesting them.
Like that was her mom, the Hydra,
Yeah.
Hydra
We're
soap?
having a
Because
shot.
it's only the same 2 actors who are older people, and because they don't look like they exist in her world, and they're just kind of like they're just cutting in. They could just be.
The
her
shot I'm
parents
having is
playing
the finest Evan Williams, but it's been infused with cinnamon, so it's like my homemade fireball.
This bougie girl.
Bougie bitch.
Hi, my name's Emily, and I'm a bougie bitch.
Shot bet.
Oh, we have some. Should we just settle our shot bets from last week right now?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good time to do that.
So the first one was whether Senor Scratchy would appear in episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
Brent said that he would.
I had to take the over on
We
it.
both said that he wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to take a shot for that.
Well, what was I supposed to do? Agree with you and then it's
P.S.
just out the window?
Well,
P.S. I'm really upset that he's not in the show. Like, it was,
I mean,
kind of a.
it's
You
not
never know.
too
It's a
late.
win. I did a win-win.
Yeah, it's not too late. Like I know he's. I want him to appear
Yeah.
at some point, but you
you
were.
never know. He
Yeah.
might come back. But okay, give me some of that.
You want some of that?
Oh, I mean, I didn't finish my thought with Jimmy Woo.
Continue.
When Kat Dennings and him were talking. By the way, they have a really good chemistry.
I have
together.
so many thoughts on Kat Dennings. Please
Okay. They were talking about, wait, what's it? Oh, there was a helicopter. It's like, why did it change? Why is it red? And then he just said, I don't know, production design. I
Yeah.
love that because it is a production, and Wanda is basically like the producer. She's doing production design. She's kind of casting. She's doing everything.
Yeah,
right?
but then they said like, "Oh, why did you colorize it?" to the woman who was showing him the picture, and she's like, "I didn't. That's just what it looks like."
Right. Which I think it might be because she didn't know it was existing. You know what I mean? It kind of came in, and there
But,
might
like,
be
the-
rules in her bubble that.
Because
See,
like
that's the thing is, like-
beekeeper didn't change. The beekeeper changed to black and
right.
white.
It's just
so.
she created this force
the
field.
cord turned into a colored jump rope. Remember that?
Yeah. She created
Oh, I don't remember
created this whatever this is, and it's like although she created it, she's obviously not like fully in control. She was really, really confused as to that helicopter.
Yeah.
And it's like if she was really fully cognizant of everything,
Right.
she would know like, okay, this is something from outside and
Right.
my little bubble turned it
Or maybe
into
that's
this.
why she is confused. Is because she's like, I didn't make this. What the fuck's happening?
I don't
So-
think so. She's too genuinely confused at a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like
Especially
the stuff
when
at the dinner
they're-
table and stuff too. She's like when they're talking about like what their background is or something on episode 2,
Yeah.
Right.
and she's just like, she just seems like she's not playing a part. She's actually kind of stuck in something.
Yeah.
Which is why Agnes's character could play a role if she's not fully in control. If
Taking in that mentoring role that the
Right.
comics have essentially,
yeah, and
which would make her seem like a protagonist at the end.
right. But there actually is a scene that counters the
maybe.
point
I'm
I
just
just
a
made.
baby.
There's a scene that counters the point I just made because there is a scene where Agnes also looks like she doesn't know what's going on. She's talking to is it Herb, the guy who's
Yeah,
Yeah,
Herb.
who's the neighbor?
like chainsawing through the fence.
What
Or
Yes.
what was that about?
I think
Just a little malfunction.
Yeah, it's just like
Just a glitch in the Matrix.
I think because they're brainwashed, it seems like they're coming in and out of their character, and like maybe they're trying to fight back in some way. I mean,
Yeah.
there's even there's a shot in one of the trailers.
Our assistant director is making an appearance.
Our assistant director, Sundance.
Hi, son.
girl.
She's inspecting the set. Don't worry about her.
Right.
Producer Ryan, will you do your job?
Can you
for
handle
once?
this AD, please? Like,
Good girl.
So anyway, so there's a scene in one of the trailers where someone's like hanging up clothes and there's like a tear coming down her eye, which signals to me that Herb was doing the exact same thing, like maybe trying to escape this, or he's not in control, but he's
Yeah.
holding and he's like
Yep.
cutting, and he's just like
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a wild ride, this show. I'm telling you.
so I would love to talk about Kat Dennings for a little bit.
Let's talk about Kat
Darcy?
Dennings talk.
One broke girl.
Yeah, Kat Dennings talk. Darcy,
that's right.
as her what's?
I said one broke girl.
Yeah, exactly. One broke girl.
Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist
That
is
too.
how I know her.
So she and this is something that I knew for a long time, but I like being reaffirmed that is that Kat Dennings is fucking great when she has good writing.
Right.
She
'Cause
like
she was annoying in Thor 2.
Thor and Thor 2, I'm just like she's just not given enough to work with. She's like just kind of like jokey but annoying jokey where
Yeah,
you'd
I
be
have
like
a love hate with her even in her role in episode 4. It's a love
Right.
hate.
yeah,
I liked her a lot
Like
in episode
I
4.
liked her.
I
and
liked
it
her.
More
also
so than
took me out of
anything
it a
else she's
couple of
been in.
times.
it reminded me like so there's a part where she gets to kind of the sword base and one of the higher ups is like, oh, Miss Lewis, and she's like, Dr. Lewis. I like that she's
Yeah.
like, no, I'm a fucking doctor, like respect me that kind of way. And then I noticed like through the episode a lot of the dudes in the background kind of like want to talk over her, and she's very quick and snarky as a character. And I was thinking, I was like, oh, like she's just as like quick-witted and snarky. Like if all those lines came from Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, people would be like, "Oh, he's so cool."
Right.
But it's almost played off as people are annoyed by her,
Right.
and I'm like, interesting. Like it's an interesting like gender dynamic. But I like that she's given the chance to be like, "Excuse me, let me do my fucking job."
That's like her character though. Like in everything she does, she's just playing like the same character she does in everything. Like she's always quick-witted. She's always like strong.
I think she gets to have a little bit more autonomy in this than she did in the Thor movies, though, because she's just kind of like the sidekick in the Thor movies, like a different comedic foil, even though Thor himself
She
is
was the
comedic
Jar
in
Jar
those
Binks
movies.
of Thor.
I liked how quickly she said no one cares to that dude who
Yeah.
finally answered the question. I was like, I'm this. And he's like, I'm a chemic, whatever. She's like,
No
no
one cares.
Yeah,
That's probably the hardest I laughed at that whole episode.
Same,
was
same.
that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that part. Yeah, that
was
was
so
funny.
quick.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do like Kat Dennings, but yeah. I mean, for me, nothing can top Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlists.
Well, I remember when we were at D23 and they first like announced WandaVision.
No one cares.
No one cares. Kat Dennings came out on stage and like they announced like Kat Dennings,
Okay.
Monica Rambeau, or whoever that actress's name is. I'm so sorry. And then Randall Park.
I'm sure she's watching and very upset.
Yeah, she really
So
cares.
upset.
I love you. You're doing a
We're
great
so
job. I'm
sorry.
really happy for you. But like they announced those three and we were like, what?
Right.
Because those three characters existed in other Marvel properties. So we're like, what?
I mean,
Like, how
they
the
were
fuck is
setting
this
up
going to
the sh-
link in?
Exactly. They were setting up the show to be so wild and weird. Yeah, like you have Jimmy Woo from Ant-Man. Then you have Kat Dennings from Thor. You have Monica Rambeau as an adult who's from
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah. We're like, what?
And then they showed us like the sizzle reel of WandaVision, but it wasn't.
It was like concept art.
It
and
was,
stuff.
it was concept art and just kind of a feel with like music and stuff like that. And we're just like, what the fuck is this going to be? And it's exactly what that, like, honestly,
we're like, I'm happy. I'm excited.
in.
I'm in. Like, okay.
But this show is exactly what that sizzle reel is. Like the mood, the vibe, the feel is all what they were pitching to us. And love it.
Glitchy, sitcom-y, yeah, creepy.
Creepy.
Can we talk about how homie flew in from Oakland? Hey!
We're shooting live in studio from Oakland, California,
Yeah,
baby.
coming straight.
I
here.
defin't caught that. I was like, eh!
And then,
Yeah.
Can't
and
not
then you got
do
a
that.
Bakersfield
Home
and
of
an Elliot
Ryan
Ness
Coogler.
shout out right after that.
So when Jimmy Woo was like, oh yeah, I'm from Bakersfield, I like under my breath as we were watching the first time, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
No offense to Bakersfield, but like, please leave for your own good.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I've known a lot of people from Bakersfield. They all talk shit on it themselves. You know, I drove through it.
The best festival I ever played was a little festival in Bakersfield. It was-
Just because people are so desperate for entertainment because they live in fucking
the
Bakersfield.
security,
I mean-
the security for the show, like, clearly didn't give a shit. Like, you could do whatever
Yeah.
the hell you wanted at that festival. It didn't matter.
Fucking
It was
Bakersfield.
a festival in Bakersfield for heavy
Yeah.
rock music.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where Korn started, right?
Is that where Corn started?
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
Explains a lot.
That sounds-
That is
yeah.
that freak on a leash, baby. Yeah.
I did that in the studio once. I swear to God, this is like you can cut this if you want. This is a tangent.
I'm cutting it.
B-roll.
Chris was trying to get me to do this to Mike Green, our producer, in the middle of recording vocals. He wanted me to throw in a little Jonathan Davis and then not break, like be completely serious.
And
like,
not acknowledge it.
in the middle of a part. And then when Mike is like, what the fuck was that? I'm just like, oh, I'm just really a big fan of Jonathan. I'm trying to work it in. I couldn't do it. I didn't have the balls to do it.
Right.
Anywho, cosmic
Anyway.
microwave background radiation. That's a real thing for you guys who are just like me and Googled it while you were watching.
It was from the Big Bang, right?
Yeah. I like
You know what else was from
didn't
the
know
Big Bang?
what explained that.
What?
The Infinity Stones.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. I mean, that was in.
Is she just picking up radiation from Vision's
It was
stone?
an Infinity
then?
War. What's
so
his name? Wong.
I was going to explain what it
Explain it.
is
He's
for
like-
people who didn't Google it. The Big Bang Theory predicts that the early universe was a very hot place.
We don't talk about that.
And
show.
that as it expands, the gas
show
within it
sucks.
cools. Thus, the universe should be filled with radiation that is literally the remnant heat left over from the Big Bang, called cosmic microwave background, or CMB.
Right. So,
Thank you, Brent.
You're welcome.
Wong
Marino
does
symbol.
explain in Infinity War that the Infinity Stones come from the Big Bang.
Okay, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
How? They just do?
Explosion.
Well, it's explosion and magic
explode.
and I guess they represents everything that makes up our known universe or something like that. They're elements of our universe.
Yeah.
We have reality, time, space. Ooh, I don't want to go through all these.
Shot bet. No.
Well, I could probably name all of them if I had
15
another
minutes.
mono. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on.
Oh yeah. I wanted to say Agent Wu, Randall Park's character that we've been talking about. I heard someone else mention this, and then rewatching episode 4, I was like, oh yeah, he is kind of at this point almost like a stand-in for the audience in a lot of the questions he's asking.
Yeah.
So I paused
totally.
a bit when he's like writing on the whiteboard, and it's like, oh yeah, I have
that
those
too.
questions too.
I did
Yeah,
that too.
where it's
Right.
like what we thought Vision was dead,
Right.
You
Is
know,
Vision dead?
and
Yeah.
I noticed on there he wrote why hexagons. I guess the shape of
I saw that
Westview is a hexagon, and I've heard people say Vision's stone is a hexagon as well, which I paused. It is technically a hexagon, but it's not like an equilateral hexagon.
Okay.
It's like misshaped.
Yeah, it's a little longer on two sides than the others. And then I also heard someone bring up the point where they were like, well, in the comics, Wanda's powers are referred to as hexes. She's a witch. Hex powers. Yeah, and I was like, that could be fun.
Hexagon. Because they're gone from this.
Gone.
Boo.
I'm sure the entire show is based off of a pun.
Yeah, that was really bad.
But I was like, that's clearly going to be something that means something because it was written down on the on the side of the whiteboard. It said who is doing this, and it had scrolls ? So I like that they're tying in all of that jazz too. It's probably not going to be scrolls.
It's not going to be scrolls.
But I like that they wrote scrolls on the
Right.
whiteboard.
That is the big question, right? That's the big looming question for this is who is making these edits? Who is censoring the broadcast?
Oh yeah,
That is the big fucking
Wanda is
question.
I just
the
glanced down. I was like, censoring the
Do you
broadcast.
think she's the one? But they pan out to since the first episode, they pan out to someone sitting there, what seems like at the helm of watching this.
No, that's
in the sword.
That's the sword people. That's Kat
Oh,
Dennings
that's just the
and-
sword people?
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you look, it's the same setup that they
okay. I
have.
thought it was someone else. I was like, we're still not
No.
seeing. We're not getting an
No.
answer to that.
I think Wanda is censoring.
She's still censoring it.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen her rewind time. Just if something's not working for her, she just rewinds
The scene
things.
with
Yeah.
Vision, the
things.
scene where Vision starts to put it together. a
Right,
little
and
bit.
also
Yeah.
the scene
It
where
just goes-
the scene with
what's her name?
Dottie.
Dottie, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Wanda.
Is Dottie gonna play a bigger role? You think?
I don't think so.
Me either.
But they didn't.
No, she'll. Yeah, I mean, she'll.
Did
be,
they
I don't know
ID
about a
her
big role,
on
but she'll be
the-
back in.
Did they ID her on the dossier thing? I don't think.
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't remember.
They didn't say her
remember them.
name out loud.
Yeah.
Well, also, I mean, you don't even see her at all. I don't think on the dossier.
Yeah.
You see everyone else. You see.
What did she?
you
What did
see-
she? What did
you
she
see,
ask her husband?
Dollar Store Ross. What's up?
Yeah, Dollar Store Ross. She asked
Yeah.
Dollar Store Ross, do I look fat in this dress? And then all the lights go out.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, thank God.
Thank God, dude, that was great. I love
Or
that
no,
part.
it wasn't even like this dress. It was something like, does this lipstick make me look fat or
Oh,
something
does
like
this
that? It was
lipstick-
something really
That's
innocuous.
actually way funnier.
I thought it was earrings. Wasn't it earrings?
It was probably earrings. Yeah, I was
Okay,
like, it's
yeah.
something
These
completely
earrings make me look
innocuous,
fat.
not a dress,
Ooh.
not an article of clothing.
You know what's funny is that's the funniest part about that, and I didn't even catch that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have another shot bet. We should actually have a list of shot bets that we could refer to.
Oh, I had a,
write
I had
that
a,
down.
yeah. Oh, I'll write that down. Write that down.
Do you have a list? Of
I have a
shot
list
bets?
on my phone, which
Okay.
when I went back and rewatched our episode,
Maybe.
I took note of the shot bets, so
Okay.
I can continue to do that. I will be the keeper of the shot bets.
I have a good
the
shot
shot
bet for
bet.
us.
Do we want to address the second shot bet that we had from last time? It was an off-camera shot bet.
Oh, we're gonna peel back the curtain a little bit
Let's
for
do
A
it.
little
Let's do
behind the scenes.
for
You wanna
these
do it at the
60
end?
viewers of this
Let's
program.
do the off-camera off bet right after we do this new shot bet.
Okay, yeah.
Because let's just keep WandaVision stuff
Yeah.
Okay.
to themselves. Will Doctor Strange make an appearance in WandaVision?
which YouTube videos did you watch that told you that he might?
Well, no, because
There's plenty of them out there.
Yeah, well, it's
But it's also-
we know this is going to link
If I didn't watch those,
to Doctor Strange
Kevin
and the Multiverse
Feige
of Madness
said-
at some point.
Spider-Man 3,
It's gonna link
Doctor
together
Strange
with
and the Multiverse of Madness, and WandaVision will be interconnected.
See, that's the thing about the shot bet is that I would say you're going to say yes. You're probably going to say yes. I would say the last episode, if not a little sooner. It's going to
Right.
be
Oh
the
yeah,
last
if it's going to
episode.
happen, it's going to be
It'd be the finale,
last.
100%. When things are out of control, because what a lot of people are saying is that why aren't the Avengers there helping out Sword when a fellow Avenger is doing
They
something
just
really
saved the world.
crazy?
Give them a fucking break.
I mean,
Cap is
how
probably
much
still putting
time
all
do
the
you need to eat
fucking things
shawarmas,
back.
Okay,
Yeah.
like,
Let Cap dance with Peggy until he dies.
Right.
Like for fuck's sake.
well, I guess
And Peggy.
Captain Marvel is off world, right?
Thor's
Hulk-
off world. He's
Thor's
with the
off-world,
Guardians.
he's with Guardians, and we'll talk about that maybe later. Have you seen the set photos of Thor: Love and Thunder?
No, I haven't.
Thor's wearing a pretty cool jacket.
Ooh, love a cool jacket.
Fashion
Ooh,
show.
fashion
Fashion show.
Fashion show at lunch.
The one of the like 10 Office references that I get is that one.
You probably get way more than that. You just have to hear them.
Yeah, but the ones that please me and delight me.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's about 10.
The ones that you join in on.
Yeah.
So we're all saying yes to Doctor Strange being.
I
in
think
here.
he'll be in the finale.
Okay, you know what? Since you
Are you
I
going to
will
do what I
say
did last
yeah, I'll
episode?
say no just to make it fun.
I will say that he will be mentioned by name, but he will not appear on screen.
So that's a no.
No, but it's like a half.
Ooh, that's right in the middle there. Well, Doctor Strange should be mentioned but not seen.
And not referenced to, like mentioned by name.
Yeah, I think he would be.
Yeah.
They're altering realities. That's lit. That's what he does. He's like the guardian of our reality and our
Yeah.
dimension or whatever.
So we'll figure out what exactly that means, but you'll take the no, I'll take the yes, you'll take the maybe.
Yeah.
You're in the between.
right.
The halfway.
And we'll just
Right.
figure out what that means when we have to
Be a
take
half
a shot.
shot.
Well, I mean, it's pretty cut and clear. He will show up. He will only be mentioned by name. He will not be mentioned by name, and
Yeah.
he won't show up.
So 2 of us will be taking a shot, regardless
Right.
of how it ends
There will
up.
be one winner in this shot bet.
Only one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
And are you guys done with WandaVision?
I
Episodes
don't
3
think I have
and
any
4?
Only
other
it's not.
thoughts?
It's nothing. I love that they end that episode with, "What do you want to watch tonight?" And it's
Yeah.
just like the.
Ooh, and then Voodoo Child kicks in.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that was
Hold
sick.
on. Okay, I guess I have something else to say about this.
Yeah.
Vision, is he sentient? Is he
That's
really
the
alive?
fake smile at the end
Because
of that.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he is definitely questioning what's going on here, and there is a scene where, the scene where like he
starts
turns
to-
around and he just like turns around. He has like this look that he's like a little scared or just a little like unsure of what's happening,
Yeah.
and then puts
like,
on a
where'd-
fake smile.
Yeah.
and
'Cause he's like,
plays
where'd
his
Geraldine
role.
go? Yeah.
He plays his role. He sits down and he has another look for a second before he looks up at the camera
Yep.
and smiles.
It's the glitch in the Matrix. It's the same thing when he sits down and goes like, "Things aren't right here," and then it like starts over.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. He's sitting there going like, "Things aren't right here,"
Right.
and then he's back into like Wanda mode.
So what does that mean? So it could be two things. He is really back alive from the dead.
But what about that?
Was he even alive to begin with? Because he was just a computer. He's just an AI thing. He had the Mind Stone, so
Yeah, I mean,
that
he's
was his
Jarvis.
soul.
He's Jarvis put into a body, so
But the Mind Stone gave him his soul, I believe.
yeah.
So is he sentient, or is Wanda controlling him, or is this just a flaw in the writing?
That just makes it so much.
Because it could be that too.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, if it's never addressed.
they might not address it. He could just be a figment of her imagination. She just reanimated him, with her own thoughts. But the thing is, why is her own thoughts questioning?
Why would he be?
Why
Yeah.
would he be saying doing reactions behind her back when she's controlling
but
him?
she's doing that again. It goes back to that question like we talked about earlier. Even she is doing that sometimes.
Yeah.
Even she
Being
is
like,
getting
"Wait a
stuck
minute."
and like coming through for a second. Like she's even doing that, and she created it.
Right.
So that makes it like it makes sense that he would if that's even happening.
But
to
she's
her.
she's in control, right? Everyone else.
So
is,
she thinks.
so
I feel
she
like she's
thinks-
not completely in control. I think she's mostly in control, but I think there are moments that even she is not fully aware or capable of everything that's happening.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, here's another thing. Will Wanda be a villain, a full up villain by the end of this series, and not even?
Will she be the villain of like Doctor Strange?
Right, she's going to be in Doctor Strange. That we know that for sure. Is she the one creating all this madness that's happening? Like,
That's a good question.
she is powerful enough to be a huge
And
villain.
if she's not
mean,
coping with like the personal stuff, like losing,
Bitch
Right.
got some trauma. We talked about it last episode. Like she's so much trauma. Yeah. Yeah.
her
it
brother
was,
died,
Oh, God.
and also, I mean,
the only two people she's ever loved in her life have died right in front of her eyes.
I
So
also
like,
think Quicksilver will be appearing in the show as well.
ooh, you think so? I think
I'm pretty sure you. Well, Evan Peters was
that's-
cast in this show. Evan Peters was
he was
Quicksilver,
Quicksilver
in
in X-Men. Yeah.
But anything could happen
They
in
own
this
Fox
universe.
now.
They own Fox, and
Oh,
Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are going to be showing up in Spider-Man 3. So
Yeah.
a different Quicksilver from a different dimension. That's her brother. Wouldn't that be fucking
Shit's
strange
getting weird.
It's getting weird.
that would be Doctor Strange.
to you or to me?
That's quite enough.
Okay. I'm good.
Yeah, I feel like we milked this subject
Yeah.
for all that it's worth. Okay.
It was all quality.
Yeah. So okay, let's move on to the next thing, which is the shot bet that was happening off camera.
Yeah. So last week, once we finished filming, we kind of placed a bet, or maybe it was like after Nico posted the video. I don't remember when we came up with it, but
It was like right after you posted it.
yeah.
I thought it was right after the show ended.
Oh, maybe.
Or
But
like-
we
doesn't matter.
we placed a bet
You're right.
about about how many views our first video would get. The full video, not the bonus one. Like the split up ones. Let me find out the exact numbers. So Nico bet 32 views. I bet 44. Brent was really fucking believing in us and bet 102.
I also intended on texting a bunch of people about it, and then I texted 4.
So Brent is fired from our
So
marketing
I
department.
failed at promoting it
our master
whatsoever.
marketer
Yeah.
failed at his
Failure.
job.
But anyway.
Our master marketer with no social media accounts, right?
Yeah, exactly.
right.
So, as of recording earlier today,
I thought 32 was a strong number, to be honest.
I was like 44. I was
Thank
like,
you
that's
to anyone who is still watching this. Who
thank you
subscribed.
to all. Do
we have
68?
We have 6 subscribers, though, yeah?
8. We have 8 subscribers.
8 subscribers.
Thank you.
Yay.
Each
One
and
of
every
them.
One of them
you
is
so
me.
much. One of them is also my other account. So we have 6. We have
Shit,
six
I guess I should
Yeah.
probably
There's 6.
subscribe.
But
Maybe not.
thank you to all of you. So we have a total of 68 views. I really wish we had gotten just one more view to have the ultimate number. I mean, come on.
The
But
69.
That means that the number was closer to what I bet. So you two
Okay.
need to take a shot.
Take a shot.
All right. So we're back
Where
with
we
the
leave
shot
off?
bets. Left off with you two needing to take a shot bet because I was the closest in guessing our views.
Right.
I'll just reiterate, please like and subscribe so we can have even 69 views next time would be fun.
69 views.
69 views.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, Brent.
Cheers, buddy.
Nice shot face.
Yum. All right.
So
What's going on?
You guys, what's going on in Hollywood this week?
perfect. Excellent.
Nice. Loved it. So the main news we have, my favorite news of the week, is
Yeah, you promised us some spicy news. So what's
the spiciest news that we
Spiciest.
have, or the one that we're most excited for. There's going to be a Wakanda TV series produced and showran by Oakland's own Ryan
Oakland.
Coogler.
Oakland.
I before we recorded, I only saw
That's
the
cool.
headline as I was like sitting on the toilet scrolling Twitter. I saw the headline, didn't
What
think
were
to
you
click
doing?
on it. I was sitting on the toilet. I was
Okay.
peeing. I'm a girl. I pee. I pee sitting down.
They sit down.
Yeah,
Must
we
be
sit
a
down.
long pee
You
if
sit
you have to
down.
be you're scrolling through your phone a lot.
No, I take my time.
She's
you know.
hydrated.
I'm really hydrated. But yeah, I saw the headline. I didn't see that it was gonna be. Is it gonna be directed by Ryan Coogler or just kind of like show run
Doesn't
by
say.
Ryan Coogler?
I'm assuming it's gonna be show ran by Ryan Coogler.
Our boy is involved, and that's what matters.
Yeah, it just says from Ryan Coogler, whatever that means.
Good. Sold.
So,
Done.
yeah.
Perfect.
There is actually just one guy directing all of WandaVision. Let's not get back into WandaVision, but there's just one guy directing all those episodes.
Not doing a Mandalorian.
They're not doing a Mandalorian.
Which, yeah. But that's really exciting. Huh?
What's about Mandalorian? You don't like that there's different directors?
No. I love that there's different directors. In season 1, it made it feel a little bit disjointed. I love Mandalorian. I want to be very fucking clear. I love Mandalorian. But I'm not alone in thinking that season 1 was a little disjointed.
Season 1 was disjointed compared to season 2. Yes.
Yeah.
Season 2 does feel like they
Cohesive.
rolled everything out. They know how to use their technology. That whole it's called spacecraft or something.
Oh yeah, that shit's insane.
The volume.
Stagecraft.
Stagecraft. The volume is like the actual
I feel like
thinger.
in season 1 they just didn't know how to utilize that at all. Anyway, we're talking about Wakanda.
Anyway, Wakanda. You think they'll use a volume for Wakanda?
They might,
Probably.
yeah, because
they're building like a six more of them or something.
At the Investors Day thing, that they said that they're going to be building one in Atlanta, one in Europe, one in the London studios.
Yeah.
So
makes
it's
sense.
Disney. It makes sense. It's cheaper. You do all your
than filming on location.
You do all your
absolutely.
post-production and pre-production.
Yeah.
It's just you could slang out episodes way quicker
And
that
it
way.
looks so good.
It looks it's really great. In season 1 of Mandalorian, you could kind of look for the seam a little bit. In season 2, it was
season
dork.
2 looked incredible.
Season 2, the seam wasn't even there. It was they did a way better job. Anyway, so the Wakanda TV series. Let's stop jumping back to Mandalorian talk. I could talk about that all day.
Yeah,
but,
that's a different show.
Yeah. What do you guys think the Wakanda series is going to be about? When T'Challa, the main character of Black Panther, has passed probably because
what?
Yeah.
Chad?
Yeah, Chad. Yeah.
Chatty Bose?
Chatty Bose.
Chatty
I'm
Bose
sorry. I'm
passed
so
away,
sorry
man.
that you're finding out like this, Brett.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It is really sad and tragic. And
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But I think I
remember the day that he passed. You gave me the news.
Yeah, because I like opened my phone. I was like, what? No.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, it's
You're
real.
like-
Holy shit.
I remember
Like,
you were like, guys, Chadwick Boseman died.
Yeah.
And I said,
No.
Chatty Bose?
That was your first response.
Fuck.
Oh my God.
It was a sad day, though. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. But honestly,
And then you
like,
texted the group and said that you
Beat Tommy.
beat Tommy.
Yeah.
Let's not do this many inside
Yeah,
jokes on one
Way too
podcast.
inside baseball here.
this podcast is for us. Let's be clear.
Yeah, it's true. Ball 4.
So I do think that they're going to be, because Black Panther 2 will come out before the Wakanda TV series. So the big mystery about Black Panther 2 is who is going to be the main protagonist? Is it going to be more like a team up movie where you have M'Baku as the main leader? Because you also have to ask, T'Challa blipped. He was gone during Infinity War. Who was ruling Wakanda in those 5 years? What was Wakanda up to in those 5 years?
I'll bet you that's where they take over on
Black Panther
2.
Oh, that would make sense.
That would make a lot of sense. So who was
like
in charge?
Okoye survived.
Okoye survived,
the
but
snap.
she would not be fit for ruler because
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck you. Fuck you. God damn it.
no.
Yeah, you need to clarify the audience. I think.
Yeah, she's part of
I
the
mean,
Dora
the
Milaje.
obvious
She's like that's not what she wants to do. She's very dedicated to protecting whoever is ruling.
Yeah, she's
Wakanda.
like the military leader, not necessarily
she
the
can
political
fight,
leader.
which is why I think that maybe there's like a Wakanda Avengers situation where the sum of everyone's parts creates a T'Challa, right? You have M'Baku who's going to be the guy who goes in and fights. You have
Shuri,
who's going to be the tech person.
Yeah.
I feel like she's going to be a huge part.
I mean,
Like,
if
she'll
they're
be
smart, they'll use her because she was
so
such,
charismatic
she was
and
such
so
a big
likable.
fucking hit in the
Everyone
first
loves
movie.
her.
Yeah.
Everyone loves her.
She'll be a huge part of it.
Yeah,
For sure.
Right.
Yeah,
What if she's like the main character?
that would be sick. I would love that.
She isn't a fighter, is the thing. Like T'Challa was.
Yeah,
because
because you know they're gonna shape it around like big battle scenes,
and
shit.
also like in Black Panther 1, like who, like you take over the role as king by defeating someone in combat, right?
Sure, but
Shuri is
Ugh.
not going.
damn it,
Not going to be.
Jesus Christ.
She's not going to fill that role. I don't believe she's gonna fill it.
We should try to fill the bad pun quota more every episode.
Have a little like ding.
Because
in the
one had
corner.
like 3. I think
Right.
episode 2 we're on a roll so far
Yeah.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Right.
things that make people want to turn it off. So that's we're doing it right.
We'll call back. We'll call
How long do the
back.
people have to watch the video for it to count as a view on YouTube?
Hopefully 4 seconds. I think that's going to be most of our viewership.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm really.
Anywho.
Yeah. Anywho, I'm excited to see what the Marvel writers and Ryan Coogler have
I'm
up their
just-
sleeve with the whole Wakanda Black Panther 2 situation.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see more of Wakanda itself. The design of that city, the costuming.
The score.
Yeah, the score.
Score.
Ludwig?
Is that Ludwig?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was Ludwig. Yeah. Get my boy Ludwig back. Ugh.
Yeah, the Mandalorian man.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to exist in that world more.
Hopefully, our many fans like about the show is how it slips off the rails the farther we get into it.
It was funny. Christina Nunez, who's watching the show right now, she was saying that she loved the
Hi,
show, but then
Steenie.
it got off the rails towards the end. Is what she told me.
That's exactly what Brandon said. He texted me. He's like, "I love that the more you drink, the funnier the show gets." Which is like, yeah, funnier for our close group of friends, but for
Right.
everyone else, they're like, get the fuck back on topic.
Well, yeah.
Also, I want to be
One
perfectly clear. It's
star.
not like we're shit faced. Like we've had
No.
like 2
This
cocktails.
This is it.
Right.
Yeah,
the
well,
shot
I
bets didn't help.
refilled a little
Shot
bit
bets
of
are
our
not-
cocktail when we
right.
cut, but
You
yeah.
did?
Teddy Bows?
What? All right, what's next in movie
Anyway,
news?
what else is going on in
Okay.
Hollywood this week?
You guys?
All right. So what we have next is that there's going to be a live-action Harry Potter series coming to HBOmax.
So I actually heard. So I sent you guys this news with the caption of, "You guys know there are other books that exist, right?"
did.
and
But here's the thing: you said that they're going to be adapting the original Harry Potter book series into its own. It's almost like a reboot, but they're not doing that.
okay, that's what the article I saw, and then also at the very, 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 very tippy bottom of that article, it said
Tippy
bottom.
bottom.
HBO has claimed that this is not true and that they're not working on this.
No, the Hollywood Reporter.
Which that should be at the
Wait,
top of the
You read
article.
a 3,000 word article, and at
Yeah.
the bottom it says, by the way, just kidding.
Yeah,
This
Wait.
article brought to you by The Onion.
I mean, the Hollywood Reporter is very credible,
reputable. Yeah.
credible. They said that they're talking to multiple writers right now as to what the series can be about. Because here's the thing, HBO Max is struggling right now. They're super desperate for new subscribers. Like, they're not growing
I
at
think
the rate that they
2021
want.
is going to be a good year for them, though, with all of the movies that are supposed to be coming out.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
I think.
that was a desperation play. I mean, that also it
Yeah.
plays
also,
on.
it also seems really smart.
It is smart.
Yeah.
But what wasn't smart is the way they handled it. They didn't talk to any of the directors, producers, that anyone.
Oh,
that
of
was
the movies.
bad. That was
really
very,
bad.
very
Christopher
bad.
Nolan ripped them a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
Deservingly so.
the director of Dune, what's his name?
Denis
Denis
Villeneuve.
Villeneuve. He also ripped the studio new one because they announced
deserve it.
without any email. Not
And
even
also-
they didn't shoot him a text.
Because the way that Hollywood works, like so many background kind of people don't get paid for that work until it's like released from in theaters and that kind of thing.
Well, here's
so,
the thing. There are contracts that say, like, if it makes this much on the back end, I get a certain percentage of that.
Yeah.
Right. And so they're not getting that money.
yeah.
Because
But
I'm-
from what I heard, it like mostly fucks over, like your key grips and stuff like that. Like the actors are mostly going to be fine, but it really fucks over a lot of
The
your
crew.
the crew.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I like Harry Potter. I've definitely like soured on it based on the author's recent nonsense, and I'm kind of like, you know what? We have other fantasy shit that we can adapt.
Right.
Like, let's just do something else. It
I
seems
mean,
like
this could all just be a joke, though. She could, in the end, just say, JK.
Oh, my God. I'm rowling on the floor from that one for sure.
You're rallying on.
ew. Jesus.
All right. Puns don't stop.
No, I
Can't stop,
to
won't
be
stop.
completely honest, like I'm excited about it if it
This
happens.
is why I drink.
I would be
well,
excited about it if it
Warner Brothers, that owns HBO. This is like their biggest franchise they have. This
Oh,
is
absolutely.
their Marvel. course they're gonna make another series, and there's so much to explore in this universe.
I love that universe. I'm sorry, I'm if we're like comparing one to the other, like I like the Harry Potter universe more than the Marvel universe. I would be more immersed in that personally. I know that's probably a crazy thing to say, but
you're just a commoner.
I just like Harry Potter. I love that universe.
I also like Harry Potter. I mean, it was. You know, I went to boarding school for a little bit in New Hampshire, and at the same time, Harry Potter was releasing.
Wasn't by choice.
Was releasing at the same time. So like, I was literally like, I was in Harry Potter shoes, going there for the first time, going to Hogwarts or whatever. I was literally every movie was every year I was there.
And that when did the first Harry Potter come out? Was it like
it was
the
like
first year you were there?
1999, and I went to
99 because I was in 2nd grade. My mom made me a Hermione costume that year for Halloween.
No,
99, huh?
I went there in 99.
Yeah, it was 99.
Summer 99 is when I started going there.
Lined up.
Yeah.
The first.
So those
when
books
the first,
actually.
the books came out in 97.
They,
and
they
then two.
mean
That's a
lot
quick
to me.
fucking turnaround. 2 years later is when.
Was when the first movie came out?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah.
I think they already had like 3 books out by that point.
My first year there, Goblet of Fire was just releasing.
Yeah. What the fuck?
And I think.
Pump that shit out.
They're
Holy
pumping
shit.
it out, yeah. But I think this is a good move on HBO's part. I mean, if they don't reboot the entire series, which they will not be doing, I hope.
But I mean,
You think it's gonna be like just a branch?
It might be Gryffindor's origin story, like how hard, like the Hogwarts.
how Hogwarts found
origin story.
That
please
makes
be
the most
better.
sense,
Please be
yeah.
better than fucking
Or just-
Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
Both of those movies were
Yeah.
just such a goddamn waste of time
Those
to
were
me.
really bad because I think what
I still
JK
enjoyed
got
them.
wrong.
I know they're not great
that?
movies, but I still liked it because it was part of the universe. It was just
I
one
mean,
of those things
that's
where
fine.
I was just happy to be in that universe again.
That's how I feel about Star Wars often. Like even the Star Wars that I don't like, I'm like, I'm here. It's fine. Like even Rise of Skywalker, which I'm like, as a movie, don't like it, but I got
So
Babu
good. It's
Frick
not
out of it,
good.
so I'm happy. Like,
It was just unfortunate because David Yates, who directed like the last, I think 3 Harry Potter movies in that series,
3 or 4, I think. I think he came
Might
on
have been
at
4.
Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah.
And then did
'Cause
Half-Blood Prince, and then both.
He nailed the tone of Harry Potter more so than like Christopher Columbus and whoever the.
I mean, yeah, it's like
well,
Damn, Christopher Columbus lived like 300
a
years.
long time.
yeah, he's
man.
an old.
Like he's
Old
what, like
dude,
400 now?
He's a wizard.
It's going off the rails. All right, what else do we have in the news of Hollywood?
We're not done with Harry Potter, dude.
Okay, cool.
I got a call.
Just JK.
We already did the JK part.
I know.
But,
I'm sorry.
but I thought David Yates, he had the style and the tone right for Fantastic Beasts. It's just the subject matter of Fantastic Beasts, and also Eddie Redmayne is so annoying.
So annoying. He's so like mealy and just like, oh.
You know,
I'm
he'd be
like,
a great secondary character.
be a fucking character.
Be relatable
like,
to the audience.
Jesus. It's just Potter, ew. That's his entire fucking character. Is just
Right.
ew.
And also, fuck beasts. You know, like I don't watch Harry Potter
mean,
for
people-
the beasts. I watch it
I was
for
like, people do fuck beasts. It's illegal, but
Right.
you know.
It's literally called bestiality.
yeah, Fantastic Bestiality.
That's the Pornhub.
Oh, there's gotta be a. If there's not, we need to get on that.
Oh yeah. What are we doing here? Let's start a different channel.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, I hope David Yates doesn't come back for.
So we're singing his praises for the
I was,
movies.
but
and
here's
then-
the thing: like,
Dude, open the floodgates, man. Let's go.
sometimes creativity it hits a wall. You know.
Yeah. Like at platform 9 3/4. They
Right.
hit the wall.
They hit the wall. Nice.
I got one in, guys.
Got one in. I was trying to think of one, but you got the best one.
I said
out of
open
that.
the floodgates, and no one heard me at all, and I was a little disappointed in that.
Flood
Gates?
David
Yates.
Flood
Flood
Yates?
Yates.
Open the floodgates. Let's go. Bring them on.
You should have
Let's
said
do it.
Flood Yates.
I
Yeah.
did.
You just said Gates.
No, I said Yates both times.
Anyway,
We're gonna cut all this.
what else is going on in Hollywood this week? For the love of God.
Okay, so Emily, you'll be really excited about this one.
We'll see.
So the Justice League Snyder Cut,
Jesus fucking Christ.
it's not going to be a series that was rumored. It's going to be a 4-hour cut. It's going to be a 4-hour movie.
Pass.
I'll watch it just because, like, in the
Morbid
last like
curiosity.
5 fucking years, I've been hearing the word Snyder Cut in every single goddamn podcast, every single movie release. The Snyder Cut's coming, and I'm like, I don't care anymore.
Right, I don't
I
care
know that
anymore
there's
either.
nothing in that movie that's going to make me like the Justice League. It was an awful movie. Like, just let it die.
Justice League
Move on.
was really bad, but the thing is that, Zack Snyder's, he had a tragedy happen to him and his family, obviously, and he had to leave the
absolutely. Yeah,
project, and so his
Yeah.
vision of the film was taken over by Joss Whedon, who did the Avengers, and he took
And
it and ran it
it was awful.
into the fucking floor,
Yeah, ran it into the fucking ground.
Right.
Yeah.
into the floodgate, and
Yeah, I'm gonna let that one slide, but
shit.
God.
Oh, damn it.
anywho,
Anywho, I'm morbidly curious. There might be someone who's watching this who's really stoked for it. I know we've been praising Marvel this whole time, and as soon as the DC subject comes up, we're like, this thing is gonna be trash.
It's not my fault that most DC movies are trash. That's
And also
just-
most
Although I'm
Zack
Birds of
Snyder
Prey.
shit is also trash. And I remember this, and I think it was 2011 or 2012 when DC was looking to do their own universe, like a Man of Steel, and they were going to be building it. And there's 4 directors, I think, that were up for grabs for like where are they going to take this thing? And it was Zack Snyder. It was the guy who did Requiem for a Dream. What's his name?
Aronofsky.
Darren Aronofsky, and God, there's 2 other directors, but it was in between Darren Aronofsky and Zack Snyder. And I was looking at those 2, and I was like,
What
oh
a
my
fucking
God.
difference between those
Yeah,
two.
I was like,
a
this
filet
is-
mignon and a cheeseburger that's been
Right.
sitting outside for 4 hours. Like,
Right.
McDonald's cheeseburger that looks the same a year later.
Yeah.
I'm like,
exactly.
are they going to go style over substance or substance over style? That's exactly what this fork.
I mean, I think Aronofsky's like the perfect blend of style and substance. But
Well,
yeah,
I mean, you're
Jesus
right.
Christ.
I mean, he
I'm sure
has
he's more expensive than Snyder to hire.
I
but-
don't know. I felt like, I mean, at the time, Zack Snyder, he did Watchmen, which was mixed.
I like Watchmen. I will
I
fully
like
go on
Watchmen.
record that I really like the Watchmen.
I've come to appreciate it more.
I liked it.
Right.
I didn't blow me away, but I liked it.
Sucker Punch was awful.
I don't know that I ever saw Sucker Punch.
It's
Don't
one
do
of the
it to
worst
yourself.
movies
It's
I've ever seen in
truly
my entire
fucking
life.
awful.
Yeah.
Our producer Ryan is giving us the thumbs up, and that
You liked Sucker Punch,
Hurts me.
producer Ryan?
Well, he
No.
is really stupid, though.
yeah, he's
Well,
really dumb.
Have we talked about how dumb?
It's
Ryan is
literally-
on
I
this
don't think we've
podcast?
ever mentioned how dumb Ryan is.
At least on this episode, he's just his opinion is always just so wrong and stupid.
really off. Fuck you.
God. It's the top 2 films of my life.
I would believe that because his life is worthless and pathetic.
But I
He
mean,
liked
it was,
that.
He did clap.
that movie was just it was a gross orgy of just stylized things that Zack Snyder gets off to.
It
You
just
have
looks like a-
samurais, dragons, hot
Titties.
girls. Like there's like Nazi steampunk shit in there. He just threw
It's like
everything
Harry
in
Potter
together.
rated R.
Oh, it's like a music video that you see in 2003, and you're like, that's cool, and then immediately in like 2005, you're like, oh, that's not
If
cool
you liked
anymore.
it, if you liked it, that's fine.
Go to therapy if you like Sucker Punch. Literally, please go to therapy.
I was just saying, if you
Ryan!
liked it, it's fine.
It's fine. You just gotta unpack that in therapy for
Right.
me, please. It's fine.
It's fine. Figure out why it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was really rooting for Darren Aronofsky to get that
Well,
job.
he was supposed to do Logan too, I think, wasn't he? He was like signed on
He was
to do
supposed
Logan
to. He was
for a
supposed to
while?
do like a Batman reboot. Or no, it was sorry, Batman Begins. It was him and Christopher Nolan. He was going to do a Batman Year
It's like
One.
Aronofsky and Guillermo del Toro are the two that like they're attached to everything, and then suddenly
They
they're
never
attached to
get it.
nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe they just have these like really extreme visions for it that either
Correct.
work or they don't work for the.
no, that's literally
Right.
what it is.
And-
Yeah.
And, you know what? I bet you.
Guillermo del
I bet you
Toro
money.
obviously is, like, right
Zack
at that
Snyder
same.
had a better sizzle for those producers. Like he probably had a better pitch than Aronofsky because he like all he does. I mean, he's
Boy
a
can
genius with the
sizzle, that's
camera.
for sure.
He's a genius with camera, with like mood and tone. Because the Man of Steel trailer is insanely good. It's one of my
Great
favorite
trailer.
trailers of all time. He's a master trailer maker. His movies are garbage though.
Yeah, Man of Steel. prime example.
Well,
I think Man of Steel is like one of the best ones, but that's
It is.
That's
Okay,
one of
you're
his
right,
best.
right.
Okay, well then
Man-
I don't like him.
Man of Steel is one. It
Yeah.
is his best movie, I believe, because I actually do
that
like
bar
Man of
is
Steel.
that bar is pretty low for me. Then
I just said it was garbage, but actually I do like it a
it's
little
a
bit.
bad dude. It's a bad movie.
Yeah. No.
I
Batman vs
literally
Superman is
don't
a bad
remember
movie.
any of
we
it,
don't
and I
speak that name in this house.
What, Martha?
No.
Why'd you say that name?
We don't talk about Batman vs Superman. in
No,
this
I mean
house.
the warehouse
It's not allowed.
scene where Batman destroys all these fools in the warehouse. That's literally the best scene because it's the most Batman.
I saw
I've
it
ever
once
seen
in
Batman.
theaters, and I didn't. I tried to erase as much of it from my brain as I possibly
Yeah,
could.
it wasn't a great
What else
movie.
is going on in Hollywood this week?
We're moving on.
yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
yes.
That's all I wrote down. But I do have something else that I would like us to discuss, and it's I want us to rank excitement levels for Marvel's release films. God, we were just talking so much shit on DC, and we're going back to Marvel, but it doesn't
Marvel
matter.
shills, fucking fanboys. Yes, we are being paid by
Kinda.
Disney, by the way.
Yeah, I'm a low key a fan of
Oh,
Marvel.
good God.
How many times
I'm
have
gonna
we used that?
Thor you across the room right now. If you keep that up.
Oh, you're really Ragnarok at these puns right now.
Well,
I'm gonna add that one.
I am a man of steel after all. So
That's
What?
DC.
no, it doesn't. Yeah, I'm
That
sorry.
was DC,
I
and it didn't
apologize.
work. And
Cut
it was
it.
bad.
Cut
was
it.
DC, and it was bad. Anyway, so we're ranking excitement of Marvel properties.
Feature films that are released in this year, 2021. There are 4 Marvel films being released this year.
We're getting Marvel films. We're getting actual movies this
Yeah,
year.
not
I
even
still
TV
don't believe it.
series.
I don't believe
There'll
that we're
be
actually getting
TV
real
series
movies.
after they come out.
No,
but-
there's gonna be one in between. Falcon and Winter Soldier is coming out this year as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one of them. Oh,
That's not a
the
film.
TV
That's
show.
a
That's
TV
the
show. Yeah. So we have Black Widow that's coming out in May 7th, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings comes out July 9th, 2021.
That's part of.
We'll talk about it in a second.
Yeah.
We have Eternals comes out November 5th, 2021.
That's part of Doctor
Buff,
Strange.
Buff
also.
Kumail
And then
Nanjiani.
the Untitled Spider-Man 3, December 17th, 2021.
So I will say Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
Because I'm excited about all the multiversiness that's been rumored.
Right.
I don't go into all of that.
Not yet.
It's hard for me because I don't know jack shit about any of
Yeah.
these.
We'll go into it. We'll
Eventually.
rank
You
first.
guys rank
Yeah.
them, and then I'll give my opinion. On it.
Right.
Then maybe I'll put Black Widow under that because I'm really excited for Florence Pugh. I love Florence Pugh. She is I'm wearing my
Who did?
Midsummer shirt today. I
She was in
love
Midsommar?
Florence Pugh.
That's her right there.
That's her. That's her.
Did you ever watch Midsommar?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great movie.
she's the main chick in it. She's an amazing
Brilliant.
actress.
Brilliant.
I'm like fully excited to see whatever she's in.
Yeah.
After that, I will go Eternals and Black Widow are kind of neck and neck for me because like Eternals is going to be
Eternals and
spacey and otherworldly. And I'm excited about brand new characters I've never seen before. And then Shang-Chi's only at the bottom because I just don't know anything about that character.
Is that Doctor Strange?
no.
No. You're thinking
What's
of Wong.
happening? I'm thinking of Wong.
So okay, you done with that?
Yeah.
What is that?
I'll hold on.
Yeah.
Let me rank mine real
it.
quick and
Hit it.
So Spider-Man 3, I'm also with you. Spider-Man 3 is at the top of my list. Shang-Chi is right under that.
Okay.
Because the more I look into this film, the more I am titillated
Ooh.
by it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And then Eternals, because I'm just so curious about that movie.
Yeah.
Is it going to be, because what I thought Captain Marvel was going to be more galactic, more like bigger, and
Yeah.
but it was kind of a smaller movie than I
Little
thought it would be.
grounded,
It was a
yeah.
little more grounded, and I still liked Captain Marvel a lot, but it definitely didn't live up to the hype that I was expecting of it when it was announced 5 years before it came out. I was really excited for that. And then Black Widow's at the bottom. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm
No,
fine.
she's great. Yeah, yeah.
I just don't want to have a sponsored item that's
Right.
not.
Until we're actually getting sponsored.
Hey, Bud Light.
Hey, everybody, sponsor us.
Okay, and then Black Widow was right under that for me. I'm excited for all of them. Black Widow looks great.
There's no duds in that.
No, not at all.
So before I can actually answer this, I want you to walk me through at least what you generally know about each movie.
Okay, so we're gonna go at the top. Spider-Man 3.
It's Spider-Man.
So
I
Spider-Man.
know, but like what? Because the Spider-Man movies have changed a lot. So like what is it closer to?
So what's fun about this Spider-Man movie is that it's going to be all of the Spider-Man movies.
So what's happening here is that it's supposed to Wandavision, Spider-Man 3, and Doctor Strange and the universe or the multiverse of madness. Are all supposed to be connected, right? And what we know about Spider-Man 3 is that you've seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, right? Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, that's the best
It's
Spider-Man
the best
movie,
Spider-Man,
hands down, without any even comparison.
There might be something similar going on in the story. It's not going to be a hard adaptation. Obviously, it's not Miles Morales, but
it won't be animated.
No.
It's
gonna
a
be
live
live
action
action.
movie.
Yeah.
With Tom Holland, the same Spider-Man that we've
You said
had.
McGuire's gonna be in it too?
But dude, what's confirmed is that Andrew Garfield, that was in the Amazing Spider-Man series as Spider-Man, Tobey
Horrible
Maguire
films.
in the original Spider-Man films are going to be in this movie. And then not only that,
Nerds are gonna shit their britches over
and not
this.
only that, Dr. Octopus, that was in Spider-Man 2, is officially confirmed in this movie.
Yeah.
And then Jamie Foxx, who was in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, the worst character in that movie. I
worst.
can't believe they're bringing him back.
Because it's Jamie Foxx.
Maybe some kind of a rebuttal, right? Like,
Yeah.
he was so bad. He was basically the Riddler in Batman Forever. He's like this nerdy guy.
But not anywhere near as endearing.
No.
But
his
also-
powers were really. I liked what he was. It was just written horribly.
But then in addition to that, Kirsten Dunst, Mary Jane, is coming back, as well as Emma Stone, who played Gwen Stacy. I know your girl. I know
All you had
love
to
her.
say was Emma Stone, and I'm in. Spider-Man's at the top.
She'll be in for like 2 seconds, and you'll be
Doesn't
happy.
matter.
So
So like knowing all of that sounds
Right,
by far
so
like the most exciting.
they're
one to me.
merging. Kevin Feige is a genius because where do you take the Marvel universe after Endgame? You make it fucking weird, and you start clashing other, like the fact that Spider-Man already has 2 other franchises to its name before Tom Holland even got a part of it, and now they're merging them together into one film.
It's smart.
That's so ambitious and so wild and crazy that you wouldn't think that this is even fucking happening, but it is, and I really just can't wait for.
Welcome to
that.
modern television movies.
Yeah. Squish a bunch of shit together.
Well,
why not? Like, why not?
Yeah.
Dude,
Put it all
Patton
together.
Oswalt's filibuster in
Yeah,
Parks and
in
Rec.
Parks and Rec, exactly.
That's what this feels like.
It's coming true, pretty much.
Yeah, like
That's just like fan fiction. Basically.
it's just
Yeah.
it's fan fiction porn is what Spider-Man 3 is going to be,
Yeah.
and I'm all about it. And I think
Yeah.
that the Marvel universe going forward is going to be a lot of this.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, I think Spider-Man.
Fucking with the concept of time is going to be like the
And I
main
think
part of all.
Doctor
so many
Strange
of
and
these.
the Multiverse of Madness. If Spider-Man 3 is going to be this wild, fucking Star Wars could come into the fucking Doctor Strange universe.
Oh God, I fucking hope not. Jesus
Let that
Christ.
God let it be.
Who
man.
knows?
Just leave
There's
it
gonna be
alone.
like 7 TV shows
It
and
won't.
50 more movies. Just let that be its own thing.
Yeah.
All right. So
Okay.
that's at the top of my list before you even describe everything
Okay.
else. But
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
that's the one I know the least about.
Okay, so
continue
it's-
with that.
Marvel has always kind of had its own flavor per movie, like a genre. Like Captain America: The Winter Soldier was a political thriller. You know, Guardians of the Galaxy was like this space rock adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Shang-Chi is going to be their like, I guess like kung fu martial artist film.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they
But
haven't.
I think
had
it still
one of
has some
those.
kind of like mysticism sort of about
Yeah, so
it as well.
the Ten Rings is actually an Iron Man villain. And
Iron Man 3, the Mandarin.
Yeah. The Mandarin is
The Mandarin in the comics is great.
is great.
The Mandarin in the
But he-
movie was trash.
That's not the real Mandarin.
I know.
It's confirmed that the real Mandarin is still out there. That was just an
Yeah.
actor playing the Mandarin.
Yeah.
But the real Mandarin's out there. We haven't seen him yet.
Too little,
Is he
too
playing-
late.
Right. It's a little too little, too late.
You
but
wasted my time.
they're retconning it a little bit because
Shane Black.
Right. Yeah. I kind of liked how bold they went on Iron Man 3. I actually don't mind that movie as much as a lot of people do, but I like that Shang-Chi might retcon everything that Iron Man 3 was,
Yeah.
even though I like that movie a lot, but I understand that a lot of people didn't. So there's that. But it looks like it's so new and so different that that's why I'm excited for it. Because Eternals might be similar to like Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor, that kind of cosmic
So explain Eternals.
flavor. So, God, explain Eternals. Eternals, from what we know, it's going to be spanning thousands of years.
It's kind of like gods.
They're gods, basically. So the Eternals are like the founders of the universe, basically. Like they've been around forever. I mean,
do we know anything about it other than like the?
You know how
Angela Jolie? Like the cast is great. You have Angelina Jolie.
you know how Kumail Nanjiani got hella jacked
Yeah.
recently? It's for this movie. So
Oh shit! Okay, so he's a part of this universe now.
Yeah.
like when we saw him at D23, he was wearing a shirt, but I was kind of like, he looks kind of jacked.
Kind of cut.
And then, like a week later, he released the photo, and we're like, I knew it.
Yeah.
But from what I hear, that they might be grounded on Earth for some reason,
Hmm.
which is why it's kind of lower on my list, because like I said with Captain Marvel, I want it to be bigger and grander, and if Eternals is grounded on Earth, it might make it feel smaller in scale than what I wanted it to be. I mean, just the name sounds so grand, and if they are just, waking up on Earth in human bodies and they're figuring themselves out.
I doubt they'll leave it there. That might be where it starts, but I doubt they'll leave.
Also,
it
we don't have like a single trailer for any of these.
These
other than
are
Black
these
Widow.
are all rumors.
And then what's the last of the list?
Black Widow. There's plenty.
And what do we know
of trailers
about
out
Black Widow? I haven't seen it.
It takes place before Infinity War. It's between Civil War and Infinity War.
Okay, that makes me interested.
because she's dead. She died in Endgame.
Yeah.
Right. So she's not alive.
Spoiler alert for Endgame.
If you're watching this,
I'm gonna
basically-
put that number 2.
So you
Because
know
I like
how-
the timeline. I like where it's at.
Yeah, you know how like her background,
Black Widow.
she was like trained to be an assassin since she was a little kid. She basically goes back to Russia and finds her family. We don't know if any of them are blood family or if they're all just coincident, like circumstantial family.
I mean, they all can fight, so I feel like they're not real family. They're just like a group of people that made shift themselves into a family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the big rumor is, since we already know that Black Widow, or that Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow dies in Endgame, people are kind of speculating that Florence Pugh will take up the mantle of Black Widow, which I'm fucking hoping so, because like I said, I love Florence Pugh. I want to see more of her.
She's an up and coming actress who's extremely talented, and she could, 100%.
She's just fucking exploded onto the scene in the last couple years. So
Scarlett Johansson's she's been playing Black Widow for so long.
I'm sure she's probably about done with it.
She's about done with it. She's
Even
like,
with all the
"Please
money,
kill
she's
me."
probably like, okay,
she's creatively.
I
spent.
need to do other things.
Right.
yeah.
So
yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Right. And so, and also, I'm looking forward to Captain Russia.
Yes.
what's
Captain
yeah.
Yeah.
Russia?
Yeah. He's who the fuck is?
It's like
He's the guy from
Vladimir
Stranger
Putin
Things.
is like
Guy from
is
Stranger
getting
the guy
Things.
from Stranger Things.
David Harper.
David Harbour.
Oh,
Harbour.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Plays
he-
big
he-
Russian man.
He's
Like,
playing.
I can
He's
see
playing
that.
a Russian Captain America, basically.
like it.
And
I
I
like
forgot what his actual name is.
is it Rachel Weisz that's in it?
Rachel
as well?
Weisz is in it from
Yeah.
The Mummy. Yeah.
Nice.
By the way, to all our viewers, The Mummy and The Mummy Returns are both on HBOmax now. So do yourself a favor and watch
Oh,
it.
that'd be nostalgic.
Oh, I watched it the other night,
I
and
love The Mummy.
it's the movie
Haven't
that
seen
made
it
me
since I was a
bisexual.
kid.
That was the turning point.
Wow.
All right, run through your list one more time, 1 to 4.
So I'm Spider-Man, Black Widow, Eternals, Shang-Chi. But again, none of them are duds. I'm excited for all of them.
Spider-Man, Shang-Chi, Eternals, Black
I have
Widow.
the exact same list as you: Spider-Man, Black Widow, Eternals, Shang-Chi.
Yeah,
Nice.
we shall
go.
see.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we
Also,
shall see.
I'm not holding my breath that any movies are coming out this year. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think here's the thing: they are going to come out.
They've got the protocol.
Because here's the
down.
thing,
We just won't necessarily see them in theaters.
What sucks about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I mean, what sucks for them about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, them being Disney, is that they can't hold up this train for that long.
Yeah.
Because once they delay a movie, they have to delay all their movies. It's not like
and shows.
they're not just
Yeah.
regular movies; like they're all connected. It's like it's a TV series basically.
It
and you
reminds
can't
me-
hold one up without holding up the rest.
You know, at Disneyland, where you're riding Pirates of the Caribbean and it kind of reaches the end, and they've
Right.
sent too many boats at one time, so everybody's just like, ka-tung, ka-tung, ka-tung.
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's what I imagine. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is like,
Exactly
please
where you're going with
go. Let's
Yeah.
go.
That's great.
Yeah.
What a good analogy.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. But
It's like all those boats are going. Like they're going to crash into each
I
other.
do think that if this pandemic won't clear up, they will all be released on Disney Plus.
Yeah, they're gonna do
The same
like
way Mulan was released.
well,
In the same way these other movies are being released on HBO Max throughout the year.
right,
Well,
but
With HBO Max, it's for free.
what's
with Disney Plus? You have to pay $20.
oh, with
per film.
well, yeah, with Raya and the Last Dragon.
Right.
So where did the battery run out? I think we're pretty much wrapping up. Honestly, what was the last thing we said? Hard to remember now than earlier
I
tonight.
know. I was saying
we were ranking our movies, so the battery in our
we
camera
did.
ran
Yeah,
out.
we did that. So we got those.
Yeah. I was saying something about some other kind of Marvel property that I've completely. Oh, talking about how Disney Plus, like they released Soul for free as long as you were a subscriber, but Raya and the Last Dragon, which comes out in March, I think.
Yeah.
That one is going to be like the premiere access, which means like $20-$30 or whatever.
Okay.
So if like we were saying, like if theaters don't open,
Right.
I'm sure they will do the like open in the theaters in like fucking Georgia that have never closed
Right.
the entire time,
Florida.
and also available on Disney Plus, like
Yeah.
for monies.
Yes. Which I'm fine for. Like, just give me the movie. I don't care how I see it, but just don't hold up the rest of the
Yeah.
movies. 'Cause I
And
wanna see all this shit.
because in the end it's temporary. It's like by the end of this year, at the fucking latest, I hope, barring crazy variants of COVID,
Right.
we should be able to sit in a movie theater and watch it relatively safely.
I just need a
So,
giant fucking bucket of popcorn and my like big ass AMC double
my God.
IPA. Like
It felt so good
Ugh.
to be at a movie theater in Las Vegas. Like
You went to a movie theater in
I
Las
went
Vegas?
to a movie
I wouldn't
theater
even
in
have
Las
done that.
Vegas.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't even have felt
were there
comfortable
like
doing
four
that.
No.
people in there?
Maybe if I had like an N95
We were the only
or
people in
something.
there. Me and my dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like literally the only two people in there.
There might have been like two other people in the very far back.
Okay, that
but
would make me feel safer about it.
it wasn't a packed theater. It was like we entered and we were probably the only people when we sat in. Maybe two other people came in, but it
The
was
only four people dumb enough to go see a movie right now.
I was stoked. I was so happy. Like
I would be too, especially walking.
I
into
go
an
to
empty
Vegas.
theater,
I'm
I'd be
like, wait, hold on. The theaters are open here, right? I haven't been to a movie in like 9 months or
Yeah,
something. Like,
yeah.
I was like, we have to do this. Like we had other plans, but I was like, cancel them. We have to go to a movie.
Yeah. Even when the shit just opened up like 4 days ago here in California,
Yeah.
like going to a restaurant the other day and just
Right.
sitting on the back patio of a restaurant and ordering food was like, oh, this is so nice.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to support this
Normal,
business. That's
Normal,
dude,
real
all the
life.
workers were so stoked. Like our bartender and our waiter were just so happy to be there.
Yeah.
So happy.
Such a shitty.
Like, how you guys
situation.
doing? Ah, it's been- it's like
They're like, please, I need someone to talk to. Holy
our
shit.
server was literally like, how you guys been, man? I haven't seen you in like a couple of months. Like, how are you? Like, recognized us. We're like, oh man, it's good to see you too.
You
yeah,
recognized you? Damn.
Yeah. Well, it's St. James Gate.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah, yeah.
I know.
Shout out
I
St.
love that
James
place.
Gate in
Shout
Belmont,
out.
California.
Shout out.
Great place.
Amazing food, great beer. Screens could be better.
But they have multiple screens.
They have
So
a lot
what
of
more do you
screens,
want?
but they're
What more
always
do you
in
want?
really inconvenient spots for your neck. you just have to be like watching a game all day like this,
Yeah, I'll get the nacho.
and it's like really small. You're like, oh fuck.
Shout out to them. They're really good though.
Yeah, no, yeah. 5
Really
stars.
great, really great place.
4.5 stars.
Not a sponsor, but they should be a sponsor.
All right, St. James Gate. If you want to sponsor us,
Sponsored
we'll,
by
we'll
St.
talk about you more.
Correct.
That's all we can promise.
Yeah.
To our 69 viewers this week.
Yeah.
Hopefully, okay. So
Hopefully.
let's do a
Only
shot bet.
going up one viewer.
Do you guys want to do a shot bet on air about how many views? we
Yeah.
have for
That's
this-
how
Yeah.
this
that's how we should
episode?
wrap up every episode.
Okay. God, so pathetic. 35. 35 views.
This is begging people to watch our shit.
I'll start it off with 69
Okay.
because I bet 44 last week, so I'll pump it up.
79. Wait, hold on. Wait. No, fuck it. 79.
102. That was my
All
guess
right.
last week.
Yeah. Just stick with
We're
it.
gonna breach 100.
102, baby.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay.
Hey, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
This is Cocktail Hour Cinema. Make the beverage so you can follow us along as we
yeah, let us know if you
degrade
like the
into
beverages
senility.
from this week or last week. Yeah.
Talk about what you want from us in the comments.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Leave a comment in the comment section about how do you rank the Marvel lineup that's coming
That's
up.
what
Yeah.
people do on YouTube.
They do that.
Yeah.
And we're
Do
doing
that.
that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you rank Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, and Spider-Man 3?
Spider-
Not in that order, because if you're in that order, you're wrong. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Cheers.
I love you.
I love you.